This is where I am destined to be.
We gonna get there, y'all. We gonna get there. Hey, sing along with me, y'all. I believe
the miracle of life.
life's a play with no rehearsal.
Learn quickly, they'll come for your yo. Games can play, can't
Take it personal.
Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. Hey. It's only what you do. Hey. Some things you gotta do.
Hey, barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free. Hit the subscribe button. We go live every night, Sunday, not every night, 5 out of 7 nights, Sunday to Thursday, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Find us on Spotify, Patreon, all barbershop conversations. I appreciate y'all. And I'm wearing my sweater all weekend. Nipsey's birthday is tomorrow, man. So y'all gonna have to bear with me, y'all. We rocking out. Salute to Nipsey, man. And yeah, man, this is birthday tomorrow on the 15th, and we got DB's birthday on the 16th. So we gonna rock out, man. We gonna campaign the champagne in the barbershop, man. And yeah, man, Brian Kenny, dog. This video is long overdue. And what reminded me about this was I saw those two guys on Showtime, and I saw those, what's the guy's name? The two guys doing the commentating on Showtime, and they're just terrible. No personality, like they're reading off a page. They have no cultural analysis, no understanding. I'm not saying if you just want literal work, then that's what you want. But damn, it was dry. I didn't even watch it, man. I was listening. I was watching the weigh-in, and I was listening to Trill Boxing talk. You know what I mean? Because I just didn't want to hear him. You know, and but it brought me to Brian Kenny, and I would say one of the top 5 Floyd Mayweather videos of all time. Number one is obviously the one that I'll never watch again, was him and his father. And then I would say Brian Kenny has to be one of the top 5 videos that's on YouTube right now. And Brian Kenny tried to defame and destroy and discredit Floyd Mayweather, right? And then just in December, he attempted to do the same thing to Errol Spence. Drive safe. Drive what? Nigga. Man, Errol, you showed great decorum, man, because I would have said, oh, man, it would have been a made for TV. It would have been an unmade, made for TV moment, because I would have looked square at that nigga and said, what the, man, you, hey, listen. You better ask hoop jab. I don't let them do that to me, dog. Like, you, white dude was 6'9", 260 pounds, man. I don't, nah, man. I just can't. I can't, man. I can't let him do it to me, dog. Like, under any circumstance, not in a public forum, in a one-on-one setting, I may walk away because, you know, my life is better. My grass is greener. You know what I mean? My house is bigger. My cars drive faster. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, man. But I just, I don't know why Brian Kenny is actually working for PBC and Al Heyman. It's just beyond my own understanding. I thought Floyd would step in and say, nah, why is he working? You know, Floyd said he's a shareholder of PBC. I don't know why he has that job, man. Like, for me, it makes utterly no sense, man. He's shown his true colors, and Maya Angelou taught us a long time ago, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. You know, and Stone Cold, man. He is unreal, man. And it's not my decision, but I'm going to speak how I feel. You know, I think one of the few shortcomings of PBC is Brian Kenny. Amongst other things, Karen Swanson, Brian Kenny, you know what I mean? They all got one thing in common, you know what I mean? And I think that we need to understand the big picture, and I'm gonna take us somewhere. People always misconstrue my proactiveness or just being myself, confused with not liking white people in this. I just don't associate. I got about 4 white friends in my life, you know, that I consider friends. You know, I can name them all. I can name 2. Our lawyer, Ron, and Rocky. He's in my accountability group, you know what I mean, from college. and I'm drawing a blank on the other two. I'm just using this four just to so I'm not wrong, you know. And it's time for us just to live in our truth. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing when you can live in your truth, walk in your truth, talk in your truth, believe in your truth, live in your truth. I said that already. And I think that it's time for PBC, Al Heyman, just say, listen, Dan Raphael tried to destroy you for years. HBO tried to rob you in the boardroom for years. You understand? Now you have all the power and you don't have to, the fulcrum don't have to be in the middle anymore. Slam that son of a gun on the other side in your favor. You know what I mean? And do business. You know what I mean? Do business with the people you got to do business with. Maybe Billy Wagner. You maybe have to do business with him. I'm not sure how your relationship is, but I've seen Al Heyman. He hasn't seen me, but I've been on the Fox studio a lot. He just literally just walks right in, Fox Sports. He don't have to show no ID. He don't have to show nothing. So I assume the relationship at Fox with him is really, really good, you know. And and that's, I mean, beyond Bill Wagner and his employees, you know, that's all you got to work with. You know, outside of that, man, they can kick rocks, you know. I see how you're doing a good job with Showtime. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's good or bad or indifferent. It's totally perspective, but you manhandling Showtime. Why can't you manhandle Karen Swanson and what's the name? Brian Kenny. I mean, that's just despicable. I remember that video like it was yesterday. The emotions in me is a little bit less, but I just remember being angry and rooting for Floyd, like, oh, get this nigga. And Floyd did his thing, you know what I mean? And I didn't hear the Errol Spence thing because I was actually at the fight in Anaheim, and I was listening to Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens. And because you guys know I live in LA and the fight was about 45 miles away, so I went to go charge my car at 1 o'clock in the morning just to debrief. And I was like, let me catch up on what the hell is going on in boxing. And I cut it on Reggie Owens, Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens, channel 1 and channel 1 and 2. Make sure y'all go subscribe. And he was talking about the Brian Kenny interview. And I'm like, what the hell happened? And then I went to Errol Spence page, and Errol Spence says, you must work for the ops, you know? And then I listened to Reggie Owens. That shit sent me into a frenzy, you know what I mean? And so we'll see what happens, man. I wonder if Earl's gonna say anything to him. He's working on Fox. Maybe Errol will say, you know what, I don't want you working. You can't work my fight. You know, he just tried to take, and they do this intentionally, man. They try to devalue us. You know what I mean? Brian Kenny had a job to do. Devalue Floyd Mayweather. Brian Kenny has a job to do. Devalue Errol Spence. Okay? And these are the facts. And this is why I tell you guys, even if you disagree with other, and in boxing, it's no such thing as small media. Like, it's just who's gonna get the interview. Because boxing is a YouTube sport. It's not a mainstream sport unless it's televised. You know what I mean? Or it's a big fight. But everyday news in boxing, guess what? It's on YouTube. You know, and that's just the reality of it. So I think fighters, managers, and promoters need to understand that, you know what I mean? But everyone is chasing the big fish, and anyways, I'm not going to go there with that, but I just think that Brian Kenny doesn't deserve a job in this capacity. You know what I mean? Maybe he can go do ice skating, or maybe he can go revitalize HBO, or go back to the zone. It's just beyond me how he worked the zone fight that Friday, flew into Ontario, the zone, who says pay-per-view model is dead. Al Heyman is this, is that. It don't make sense. It don't make dollars. It don't make sense. He gets off a plane Friday. He did the Danny Jacobs fight against Cesar Chavez, December 19th, flies in December 20th that morning, picks up the mic and starts calling the fight for PBC and Fox and Al Heyman. I don't grasp it at all. Like, I don't understand that. It's so many talented people here. I mean, it's so many talented people on YouTube, but people just think that they got to do the ABC route. Look at all, you know, I'm not mad at it because I don't need a job, don't want a job, don't desire a job. I mean, partnership, yeah, but jobs, no, I'm not, nigga can't tell me to get on the plane. You know what I mean? Nigga can't tell shit. I wish a nigga would tell me I have to do something. Nigga, please. And I just think that boxers and managers and promoters got to start speaking up. You know what I mean? Everything I say, 99% of the things I say happens in boxing as it pertains to the business of boxing happens. I said it's going to be a Showtime curse. Back-to-back fights, the main events get fucked up and they get 100,000 views. They ain't shit. No one's watching it. No one cares. You know what I mean? And don't lose your fan base. That's what I'm saying. Don't lose your core fan base. You know, we are easily distracted right now with our issues. We all carrying issues, you know. So I think it's just imperative that we see the big picture. Not we, but they see the big picture. So I you know, I don't think Brian Kenny should have a job for PBC and Fox. Billy Wagner, but no one's making a hey. I'm the only one making fuss about it right now. So maybe it'll pick up some steam. But if he disrespect Floyd and Errol, who are Al Heyman's top 2 welterweights since he's had PBC, right? Right? Am I not lying? Those are his top 2 welterweights in the history of PBC: Floyd Mayweather and Errol Spence. One is the greatest fighter of the era. The second is working on towards being the greatest fighter of the era. You know, but anyways, man, you know what I mean? But they gonna listen to me, but they're not gonna give me credit. And it's okay. I got enough credit, man. You know what I mean? Anyways, man, I just wanted to make this video and bring up this point because Brian Kenny be saying some sly stuff on the low. You know what I mean? If you listen to his teleclass, he's very cunning. He's great with words. And I pick up on a lot of that stuff. And I just don't say anything because, I mean, people are going to say, oh, you're just bringing up race. You're a race baiter. You're this, you're that. Well, I am. How about that? Hey, let me tell you something about being black in America. There is no such thing as a conspiracy theory when you're a black man in America. You ever heard of something called Greenwood? You ever heard of something called the Gap Band? You ever heard of something called the Tuskegee Institute? You ever heard of something called Bruce Beach? You ever heard of something called Ellis Island? You ever heard of something called the oh man, slave trade, tobacco, cotton, Eli Whitney getting his patents taken away. No such thing as a conspiracy theory when you're a black man. You have every right to doubt the establishment, okay? And stand firm in it, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's going to lead you to a trail of truth. Trust me. A trail of truth. I like that. Anyhow, man, barbershop conversations, PBC, Billy Wagner, Al Heyman. Why is Brian Kenny still working? You know what I mean? How much damage did he do to Errol Spence in December? He told the nigga to drive safe. He told the nigga to drive safe. What did he say about Floyd? He used to be the pound for pound best fighter in the world. And Floyd said, I didn't ask you to come on. I didn't ask to come on. You asked me to come on here. If I remember that shit correctly. Anyhow, man, barbershop conversations. I didn't set a mouthful. Barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, Sunday to Thursday, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We go live in the barbershop. Feel free to join us. We on Spotify, Patreon, everything barbershop conversations. And what else? And we got the concert series. Man. And it's a beautiful thing, man. The concert series is gonna be amazing. We're working on some great acts. We got the 1st, 8th, and the 15th already locked in. Top tier artists. You know what I mean? Independent, top tier artists. You know, I'm an independent guy. I love independent, everything independent. So I'm doing my best to work on independent. And as well as I got some big artists coming on too. We're just trying to establish some dates. And we're going to have fun and rock out. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man, you guys are amazing. See you guys Sunday. We celebrate Nipsey's and DB's birthday Sunday in the barbershop, man. So Twitter fingers, we need your Cash App fingers. We're going to celebrate. And it's a real nigga birthday. You know what I mean? Turn up one time for your boy DB, man, the Nip, man. I'll holler at y'all. Peace, y'all.